Yo, how is it going everyone? My name is Jack and we are still on the episode 2 launch hype train, and with that, there's been no shortage of important news to cover. From a credits bug that may be losing you those valuable placement matches, to a brand new hot off the presses Riot developer AMA, you won't want to miss out on this one. And just like all that important news out there, you definitely don't want to be missing enemy gamers when you're grinding through those ranked matches this season. Go to SkillCapped.com to get access to our all-improvement platform. Work on aspects of your entire game, from agent and map mastery to refining your aim to the best it can be. Get started today and get the rank you've always wanted at the link down below. Getting right into it, Riot have finally confirmed that a long-standing nasty bug is going to be patched out soon. One of Valorant's best systems in my opinion is the ability to request and purchase for teammates directly into their inventories, as well as the ability to sell back items just bought in that round. However, for a while now, a nasty bug has been around where sometimes when someone has been bought a weapon by a teammate but sells it back in the buy menu, the person who bought them that weapon would not be refunded the cost. This could just nuke economies outright in some cases, and it was quite frustrating when it did happen. Understandably, these types of glitches tend to generate a lot more noise than other minor issues because the management of the economy is one of the pillars of winning in Valorant, and being out sometimes as much as like 5,000 credits on that op you purchase your jet main can be really infuriating. As said already, this bug has been around for a while and has been on the radar of Riot for some time, as revealed on Reddit. The big issue is that Riot want to be careful in rushing out a fix on such a core system. The worst possible outcome will be breaking something so important within the buy menu by mistake, so due to that, this buyback issue cannot be resolved prior to the launch of episode 2. But as confirmed on Reddit, a change is coming and shouldn't be too far in the future. In the meantime, be careful when requesting items in game, and make sure that what you are requesting is 100% what you want to avoid this issue. In more competitive news, on the 14th at 3 PM Pacific Standard Time, Riot developers on the competitive team held an Ask Me Anything on the main Valorant subreddit. These types of events don't happen often, but when they do, they always yield some incredibly helpful nuggets of insight or key information. So here are some of the cool or interesting responses given within that thread. In our first post, user ThinkMan gets right to the point and asks the devs why there is even a hidden MMR system in Valorant in the first place. For those that don't know, the hidden MMR stat is what most closely governs how you are matched with other people in a lobby, and doesn't always directly coincide with your visible rank, as in when you start seeing low platinums in your gold lobby, or even sometimes high silvers. The game looks to the more accurate hidden MMR stat to better make quality games, regardless of what the visible rank is. In response, Riot developer Evermore clarifies the purpose of hidden MMR in much the same way as I just did above, but in general, the new matchmaking system and the ranked reward or RR system was created to help alleviate some of the common issues players were seeing. Mainly that the previous system made wins and losses feel swingy or inconsistent. In general, the RR system was designed with stability and consistency in mind. Part of that is also that prior to 2.0, it wasn't always a given that a win would award more points than a loss deducted. The system now guarantees that if your hidden MMR is higher than your visible rank, so let's say you have an MMR closer to Platinum rank, but you are in Gold 2, your wins would now be 100% more valuable than any loss you could incur, as the game attempts to move you up to the rank that is more suitable for your MMR. While hidden MMR is a bit of a drag, as I've detailed previously, I do have to agree with Evermore's last statement in this thread. By not showing us all of the inner workings of how to get ranks, Riot have created a system that can't be reconstructed or abused by players. If we understood clearly what contributes to a rank up or down, then players could maliciously target this at the potential harm or expense of the other players in the lobby, which I do have to agree with. Something smaller asked and then pointed out by the Riot devs is that we now have confirmation that it is possible to get the maximum of plus 50 RR after a win, but the odds of someone doing this would be next to impossible. Evermore details that it will require a player with a hidden MMR significantly higher than the rank they are in, and on top of that would have to be a 13-0 win with crazy individual scorelines. Meaning that I'm definitely looking forward to TenZ getting his Iron to Immortal in one-game videos soon, hopefully with some help from the community. Let's make it happen, boys. Moving deeper into the thread in general, there's been a big discussion as of recent about how each new act, the high MMR players, Diamond Plus, are reset to Plat 3, and how that negatively impacts both players trying to climb into Platinum, as well as the highest end players experiencing monster queue times, more to come on that later, because of their hidden MMR regardless of that forced Platinum rank. In response to this, Riot dev JustJob said that the devs are open to feedback on this and whether Plat 3 or even having this 4 starter position is a good system for Valorant. But Just Job also gives us some insight into why the system is in the game to begin with. The intent is to make it so that players who could reach Diamond Plus are still able to climb that high and avoid stagnation of players who may not in fact belong in those ranks anymore. This also works well with the leaderboard, so that there is like a pseudo race for first positions at the start of each act, as well as avoid people instantly achieving the top spot. The other big benefit is that this system gives Vanguard a longer chance to detect cheaters as they climb before they affect the higher levels of play. All in all, I think the system is fine as of now, and I get why Riot choose to do it this way. Do you guys like this artificial starting point? Let me know in the comments down below, as I can pretty much go either way here. Digging even deeper here, this post popped out to me because of some earlier speculation I made this week from a Riot developer stream that we covered in a previous news video. User Master Calvin 45 asks if Riot are considering in-client or open tournaments for regular players similar to Clash and League of Legends. For the record, I don't play League, I don't know what Clash is. If you guys could let me know in the comments down below, that would be great. Riot dev Greenly responds that the social competitive experience is super important to them and that Riot want to encourage players to feel the sweet victories of team-based play, and that they are in the middle of exploring those options right now. I think this is a dope concept, and as I stated previously, I hope this comes to the game soon. Just glad to see that my speculation was spot on, to be honest. Finally, Riot dev Pizzagram. Man, now I'm hungry. I want pizza. Anyway, Pizzagram tells us that with the implementation of the ranked reward system, there is now a penalty to being an AFK player in Valorant. If you were AFK kicked from a game, you will now receive a deduction in RR, and the remaining players who choose to play out the game over surrendering a man down will be affected less in their loss of points as a forgiveness for the unfair matchup. Also edited in later on, there is now a penalty for dodging during character select. So you better learn to play Icebox, all you dodgers out there, or suffer some minor penalties to your ranked points. This thread in general was a treasure trove of information, and we couldn't cover all of it in this video, so if you want some, quote, light reading for later, we will link the Reddit thread down below. I highly recommend it. These types of things don't happen often, as I already said, and any kind of direct engagement with the developers is really cool, and it's a great chance to get some cool in-depth answers that may not be as scripted as they would in more of a public PR scenario from Riot. In non-competitive news, yet another Omen bug has been discovered, and this one is both really bad for the game and hilarious at the same time, as posted by Flamers X. This looks like a seemingly innocent round on Haven. Nothing weird going on at all here. Everything seems normal. The Omen heads down long, surely expecting nothing weird to happen, and as they go for the classic Heaven Smoke to facilitate his team's take, Omen decides, you know what? I'm going to ascend to true god status and just float through the map and rest on his holy perch above the A site, observing, judging, and learning what the mere mortals below him are doing. Truly, Omen is the god of the simulation in this state. He transcends our reality. He no longer is a part of Valorant. He is Valorant. Anyways, this glitch appears to happen more on high latency situations that doesn't appear to allow the Omen to do anything other than lord over our realms, so while certainly funny to watch, it'll definitely be fixed very soon. Now, we touched on this briefly in the AMA section, but players like TenZ specifically are feeling the pain of the hidden MMR system in this new act the most. TenZ, while doing his placements on his main account, had queue times as high as 4 hours. This is obviously not good for anybody, but TenZ himself is in a special position as basically the best player in NA on the ladder. His MMR was so high that it was nearly impossible to match him into quote fair matches, or players near his MMR. Riot dev Evermore responded that they are looking into this edge cases specifically and trying to find a balance where TenZ doesn't get 4-hour queues, but also doesn't get to stomp low level players either. Obviously, there will be pain points anytime a system is overhauled in a game, and frankly, I'm just glad that Riot seem to be really on top of their stuff here. The AMA, the dev stream, the replies on Twitter, all of this is very transparent and open, and I think this will all contribute to the growing health of the community and the game. Through First Strike and the holidays, it felt like a massive lull in the game, and that things sort of kind of stagnated. I think it's very important going forward that this rapport with the community is upheld, and it feels like Riot realized that. Do you guys agree with my take here? What do you think Riot should be doing to help the game first? Let me know in the comments down below. And as the game continues to improve and get better, that means you too need to focus on improving and getting better. There's no better place to do that than at SkillCapped.com. Get access to our all-inclusive improvement platform today and get the skills you need to get the rank you've always wanted at the link down below. With that, that's all we have for today. How are you guys enjoying the new ranked system? Do you feel more in control of your ranked experience? Let us know in the comments down below. While you are down there, make sure to like the video and subscribe as well for more premium news and guides just like this, made with one goal in mind, helping you become a better player. We here at SkillCapped would like to thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.